after learning baby pips, YouTube here and there, I feel like I've made some good money. I tell my dad, African fathers, scammer online. How can you make money on the phone,
Oh my goodness.
There's a day when we had FOMC meetings. I was trying to trade, so I flipped an account of $20 to 1,500.
Bro, $20 to 1,000. Oh my goodness.
Me personally, I joined because of, I want a good life. And then I saw a Ugandan having a good life. My first week, I made 800K.
Wow.
Yeah.
Today I'm out with our mentors. In case you do not know who I am, Daniel or V Dollar. I've been trading for the last 6 years.
It's Osman now, and I've been trading for the past 4 years.
I'm called Benon, and I started trading way back then in university.
This is Brian Bright Fiancé. It all started back in 2019.
What have you faced as a trader?
Started losing money, blowing accounts. And to be honest with you guys,
it becomes hard, beginner's luck phases, and I really had to learn how to trade. Now,
there's a period whereby I had lost a full million when I was depositing $20. You're hoping that luck can still come back again.
Just keep donating.
It's the same way. Now I had to deposit all of it, and guess what?
What's up guys? So today I'm out with our mentors and it's about to get late, okay? So this is going to be pretty much more of like a traders podcast where we get to know the mentors, share stories, and yeah, it's about to get late and I'm really excited. And in case you do not know who I am, Daniel or V Dollar, whatever you prefer to call me, I've been trading for the last 6 years. It's crazy. And today I'm also with Osman. Osman will also talk about himself, but he's our mentor, and Osman has been trading for a very long time, I think.
Yeah.
Should be, I don't know how many years.
4 years.
Yes, but Osman is a very, very great trader. I've been with him for like the last 2-3 years, and I can 100% testify. Then we are out also with Benon.
yes.
Yeah, Ben is also a great trader. I think we've also been together for like 2 years or so. Yeah. And then we have Brian. I know Brian trades SMCO stuff, but I think he will tell us. So what I want us to really discuss today is I want to know how you guys got into trading, because I feel like almost every trader wants to know, because they'll look at Osman. Osman has been in the space, he's been successful, and the question is, how have you been able to do that, or what have you faced as a trader? All right, so tell us, how did you get into trading in the first place?
You'll say it is Osman now. You met at Forex Bulls Academy, and I've been trading for the past 4 years. So I think I've ever done a video with Daniel about how I got into trading.
Yes,
it is almost the same story, but to cut it short, of course, like everyone wants to have a good life. And yeah, everyone came into Forex trading. But if you can talk to almost like 90% of Ugandans, we are all inspired by you. Like most people join Forex because Daniel, like everyone knows Daniel around the world, like around East Africa or whatever. So yeah, everyone, me personally, I joined because of, I want a good life. And then I saw a Ugandan having a good life. You get, I was like, okay, now I'm working in a pharmacy, but now things are not coming up to where I want. I want to live this kind of life. We studied books because we want to have a good life, not because we want a lot of books. But now the life is not coming. So we started doing some research on how to come with that life that we want. And then we fell into trading. So as you know, everyone comes with, you go to YouTube, try to see videos. It looks really, really easy on YouTube. And now when you come into the real world, that is when reality starts to check in. Of course, at the start, we normally call it beginner's luck. Everyone makes money at the start. Me personally, my first week, I made 800K, and I was always getting that after 1 month. And I made a bold decision to chill employment. I told myself, you know what, if you can make this money from Forex, just sitting on your computer, and I was actually not using my computer, but where I was working from, it was a computer. So I used the company computer, and then I made money. So I was like, you know what, this is now where you belong. This looks like it's going to give you the life you want. 800 in a week.
In 1 day.
In 1 week, not in a day. Yeah. I was like, okay, now if I can make this money, than hustling, because employment. Wake up in the morning, be there full day, and if you know how medics work, it's really tight. Really
I was a
tight.
doctor.
Really tight. So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I actually told the guy that very week, I'm stopping working this month.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't tell him the reason why I'm stopping, but I was like, you know what? Let me go try something else. Let me go just test my capabilities somewhere else.
So you changed from Dr. Osman to Osman FX.
You know how the thing is. The moment you make money, you're now Osman FX.
Just add the FX at the end, okay? Please do so.
And then at the start everything was okay. You could make money. Then later, trading. It has almost like 3, I can call them maybe phases, or we can call them trends, or dynamics, whatever name you would give it. Maybe you got to understand the easy one, and then the hard one comes in, and then it starts to test you. You get, and now reality kicks in, bro. You don't know nothing. Because phases come in, maybe a phase can be for 6 months, another phase can be for 3 months, and then another one for 6 months. So you could guess, I think that is also one of the reasons why people duck their strategies.
I guess.
A strategy can work in a certain phase, and then another phase comes in.
And I think also that's where people's confidence goes low. And they think Forex is not it, yet they're just in a phase.
So there, reality came in, you've not understood the whole thing. So I started losing money there. Started losing money, blowing accounts. And to be honest with you guys, I lost everything I had saved in the pharmacy for 3 years, and I lost it in only 3 months.
Bro, crazy. And how do you get out of that downward spiral? Because that's crazy.
I remember when everything went down, now you have to survive. I looked for a job again. But then every time I would look for a job, once I'm out of maybe the interview or where I put my papers, I always asked myself, bro, why did you leave this thing? Come into trading. It's because of the life you wanted. You calculated and you saw you'll never get that life from employment. So I just kept on telling myself, bro, just relax. I used to watch a lot of your videos, some other guys' videos saying, Forex, it needs time to understand. You need to understand each and everything. So I just cooled down. I had courses I'd bought before, of course. One was from you, and then some other course from some other 2 guys. So I just went back to those courses and, kept on watching and watching and watching, and I think everything started clicking. And now the money started coming in, but because of the past experience, 0.01 all the way for almost 3 months. 0.01.
I just got a random question that a lot of guys ask. Would you recommend someone to leave their job for trading? Let me give an example. So someone has started learning trading, say they're 4 months or 5 months in, and they see they're good, okay, they're making a bit of money and stuff. Would you recommend, or would you advise, or would you say it's a good idea for this person to quit a job and come full-time trading?
I would say yes.
Why? I'm curious.
But then, for you to chill whatever you're doing and come full-time in Forex, I think you're supposed to first confirm that you can make double.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to hear.
As long as you can make more, double what you've been making the other
then
side.
Then you're good enough.
Then you're good. You're good
That's
enough.
for sure. Trading is difficult, but there's always the easier way around it. Bedon, tell us, how did you get into trading?
So I'm called Benon, and I started trading way back then in university. I was doing law at UCU around 2018, and then around 2019 we all know what happened. COVID hit. So COVID hit, you're locked up in the house just watching movies here and there, doing nothing. So I resorted to finding out what can I do to earn some money, whereas I'm in my bed, So I started searching up and I landed on Forex. So what I decided, I was like, okay, let me learn more about this Forex thing, There were very many videos on YouTube, seeing, kids our age. Kids? Should I call them kids or teens? Teens our age, you know?
Young guys.
Driving Lamborghinis, you know, that flashy life. We were in COVID, but we were buying new cars. And you're like, what does this person really do, you know? And you find out they're doing forex, you know? So like, okay, so I started learning in COVID how to trade. And yeah, I started making some money. After learning, baby pips, YouTube here and there, as you say, beginner's luck. I don't know why forex has that thing. Whenever you're new, trust me, you're going to make some money. You're going to test that money, you know. So I started making some money, and during COVID it was quite easy. That's what I can tell you, because of what was going on, you know. Since we deal with the economy, it's based on quote, so it becomes quite easy. And you might think that is the entire industry. You understand? So during COVID, since we had been home for quite a while, you remember universities were like, okay, now we are going to do online studying, yeah. Now, whenever online classes would come in, I would just be on my phone trading. I would hide from the sitting room somewhere, and then I'd be on my phone trading. My parents didn't know about it. So later on, I feel like I've made some good money from the beginner's luck. I didn't know that it was beginner's luck. I just knew that I hit a jackpot, I'm now good to go. So I first laid it on my mom. My mom takes it easy. She's like, it's okay, but if he can take it easy, then you're good to stop going to school, because that's what I wanted. I was like, you know what, I'm no longer going to study. Yeah. You understand? We are in COVID, these online things, it's not making sense, you know? You know, we are Africans, online classes. I'll let you know that, yeah? So I was like, you know what, since I'm making some good money from forex, I'm no longer going back to school, you understand? So I tell my mom is cool. She's like, if your dad is okay, that's okay. So I tell my dad, you know, African fathers, scammer, online. How can you make money on the phone, you know? You download money on the phone, does it even come out? If you ever go to jail, never call me. You know, it was hard at the moment. So since it was hard, I was like, okay, cool. So I tell my mom, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to leave home. Because every time we'd get to have a chance to sit down, all of us, all of a sudden, my dropping out of school would come out. You're just there having dinner, and then, you know? You understand? So it became hard, and me personally, I'd fallen in love with forex. So I was like, you know what, I have to leave. So I told my mom, I can no longer stay with you guys. You understand? So I leave. In COVID, I go out from the money I had made.
Did you tell your dad that you're going out?
No, the guy would not allow. The guy would not allow. It was a bold decision, yeah. So I leave home. I got started rating from the money I'd made. I think I'd made around $1,000 something. Yeah. So I got started renting, and then I started trading. Now things became hot from there. When I left like this, it wasn't quite long. Then also COVID ended. Then we were off from lockdown, and then things started becoming tough. You know the market; it keeps on advancing with times. Yeah, so things started becoming tough. I first started selling some things I had to get capital. I need to come back because I could not go home. I couldn't go home, you know.
You're a man now.
Yeah, I'm a man now. I can't tell my dad that, you know what, I failed. That was like, I think after like 2 months, 3 months of leaving home, you know. So now things become tough. I call my mom. My mom was really there for me. Yeah? She kept on chipping in something and not telling my dad. So my dad would just call, you okay? You're not in prison? Okay. I'm like, this dude, yeah? So it becomes hard, beginner's luck phases, and I really had to learn how to trade. Like the real dynamics of trading, besides base and quote, there is more fundamental analysis, more into technical analysis. I had to learn more things, yeah? So funding became quite difficult. So I had to get a job. You can imagine, you know? So the first job I got was working with Airtel and MTN. Yeah? I was selling lines. Most of you didn't know that I was selling lines, yeah? Airtel, MTN lines for 5,000, those lines, yeah? So I was selling lines, whereas I could get some capital to fund myself plus the accounts. but trust me, nothing would come out from those accounts. You deposit in the morning, midday it's gone. You go, you hustle, deposit some more money, in the evening it is gone. The account never goes like for a day, you know? And I was like, there's really a problem here. I've ever reached that moment whereby I wanted to give up, go back home and say sorry. Facts. I've ever reached that point and I wanted to go back home and say sorry. But I was like, then what would they see me as a failure? So I was like, it's either forex or nothing.
For sure.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I stuck in the game and I kept on learning. Yeah. By the way, I've ever attended back then 2020. You already out there, yeah. I've ever attended one of your sessions at along Kampala Road, Tobani Center, I've attended one of your sessions, and then I got some information here. As you know, as a beginner, you're going to attend sessions, a lot of them. You're going to watch a lot of YouTubes, get a lot of PDFs, you know, learning here and there. Now, the guy I got was an Australian trader, called ZM Capital. So he taught me. Like I enrolled in his course, I got his course, started learning here and there. But the guy told me a few things because I'd been now in the game for a while, like years, no, not years actually, like they were like 2 years because I made some money, then lost it, then went back to the streets hustling again. So now when I learned, because now normally we have them even by the academy, people who come and they have been like 4 years in the game, 3 years, and they're like, what is the problem? You understand? But when you sit down and you really understand where the problem comes from, besides the information, there is also psychology. Psychology plays a big role in trading. And then the guy taught me all these things, the dynamics, plus the other PDFs I had. With more practice, I got to understand what really forex is. And then I started taking things slow. You know, as a beginner trader, you want to be fast. You're seeing Daniel driving a Range Rover, you're like, I want this tomorrow. As a beginner, like, Daniel's driving a Range Rover, you're like, okay, I think from $100 I can get the money for Range Rover. You know, you pump that money and it's gone. So when you really calm down and you really understand the game, you know, everything starts to click. Yeah, I was also like you, when I say understanding the game, I never left 0.01 for a while. Because of that because of the experience and everything. So I say I had to test the waters slowly by slowly. Yeah. So after learning all that, and trust me, when did I quit my job? After passing my first funded account.
Oh, you even went funded account?
Yeah.
Was it my forex funds or FTMO?
My forex funds. It was my forex funds.
But still around.
Yeah, still around before they disappeared. So we're the lucky ones who got money out of it. So that's where we came up from. I never got the capital from selling lines because those lines are 5,000, 3,000.
That's you sell like 1,000.
Yeah. So literally.
Profit margin of 500.
You understand?
Bro,
So with the discipline, I understood that okay, now I have the skill. You know, I have the skill, so where can I get capital from? Now that's where I opted for the funded accounts. And the moment I passed, I made some profits. Also making those profits, it was not easy, but when I made it, I was like, okay, I have to wait for it to land before I can quit. You know? And the moment I got that email like this, that alert on my phone, I was like, okay, bye-bye to lines. And then, you know, I stuck in the game and I'm here now. That's how I become.
I feel like we share storyline with Benon. Quitting school, telling your parents about, oh my goodness, because I also went like through the same. So quick question, Benon. For a beginner trader, would you think it's a better idea to get, say, a prop farm account or to start with real capital?
I would say they start with real capital, small. Why? To grow discipline and to learn how they're supposed to manage their prop farms. Because you know, prop farms are very strict, they're very strict. They have a lot of restrictions, so rules and regulations. So So I suggest they start with their own capital, learn the discipline, how to manage an account, and now they can go for bigger accounts because prop farms, they're not small accounts. They start from 5,000. It's big money.
I guess no one tells beginner traders about how strict prop farms are and how, oh my goodness. And now, Brian, tell us, how do you get into trading and how has it been?
Okay, so this is Brian Bright, VNC, a mentor at Forex Wars Academy. So it all started back in 2019, and luckily before COVID hit, I was pursuing a bachelor's in IT. So as a person who is close to computers, doing this and that, those ads kept coming, as you know. So I kept on researching those options like that. So that's where everything started from. So getting to understand more about them, you can make money online, all the adverts, I was like, what's going on? Because I'm a person who really likes to make money and likes to make research. So I had to, that's where I got to understand about Forex. But then, where did it lead me? Still to baby pips. Then I had to go through baby pips, but it was very hard. Why? Because I was at school, I was working at a petrol station, I was having evening classes. So I was at a petrol station during day, then in the evening it was campus, and then still I had to get another way of making money through diversification, which is Forex trading. As you know, someone who is just in Form 6 vacation, you're going to be paid very little money at a petrol station.
Exactly.
Okay, so by that time, we're getting, of course, very little money, 150,000 a month, and you work every day. And then you have to go to campus 5 days a week. But then there's this concept of Forex coming in. So what did I do? I was like, no, since I don't have a lot of time, let me share it with someone close to me so that I can buy their time as well. I keep reading, and also they keep reading, because as you know, baby pips is very long and it is a very whole new language when it comes to the understanding compared to the outside world. So we kept on reading here and there. That's when we came to the idea of opening up demo accounts. And then the urge of making money led us to opening real accounts half-baked, as you know. So we deposited some money. We kept on losing because we were depositing very little money, $5, $10. But then, of course, we kept on making some here and there. You deposit $10 and then you make some $50 or $30. But then there's one day where I made at night. There's a day when we had FOMC meetings. It was at 9. As you know, those news events come out at night. So it was at night. I was done with campus lectures, and then I was done with work, so I was at home. I was trying to trade, so I flipped an account of $20. Okay, and then it had to go to 1,500.
Bro,
which was around
$20 to 1,000.
Yes.
Oh,
I was very lucky because it was news, and as you know, FOMC meetings with interest rates, you can get over 300 pips. Okay, in just one movement. It was gold, of course.
Gold.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because by the time we started, we realized that gold is the one that was giving more money, so we kept on only trading gold. Yeah. So I traded gold that day. After getting that money, I immediately called my friend. I was like, did you trade today? And he was like, no, I still in cash like that. But then I took everything upon me. I was like, no, if this trading can give me this money in just one night, because remember, when you look at 150,000 a year, it is like 1.8 there. You get it? And I just got 5 million in one night. You get it? You're not saving anything. And I just got 5 million in one night. So I was like, no, I think I need to give this thing more time, because the issue that I was having was time. So I had to go and
So do you also call that beginner's luck?
Yes, exactly. That is beginner's
Promise,
luck.
of course, it was beginner's luck.
Everyone has to make money at some point. That beginner's luck hit me, and then I rushed. I was like, no, I need to quit this job and give it full time. So what I did, even campus, I was like, no, you guys can do for me coursework, because me, I'm going to make the money, I'll be paying you. So they did for me the courseworks, and I was like, me, I'm coming for exams. So me, I just continued with my trading. And as you know, when you give it more time now, when you just starting, the reality kicks in. You start losing all that money back and back again, because I kept on depositing the $20, hoping to flip it back.
Just keep donating.
The same way. And then there's a period whereby I had lost that full million when I was depositing $20, because you can trade over 10 or 20 times in a day. You're hoping that luck can still come back again. So I reached a moment I was like, no, this $20 can't work anymore. So then now I had to deposit all of it.
So the problem was now capital.
Exactly.
Not the skill.
Yes. Now my issue was like, now I deposited little money, let me deposit more money. Deposited everything that I had, and guess what? I had to go down to zero.
Wow.
But then, luckily, I got my tuition. as you know, I'm the person who was receiving my
The
tuition.
devil is a liar.
I was like, you know what? Now this is the time to go in again. So I kept on, but now here I became conservative because I've lost with more money and I've lost with little money. So I was like, okay, now let me go conservatively, but at least let me see some growth. At the end of the day, when I had lost half of the tuition, I was like, now this thing is going to kill me. So I had to get ways of adjusting. I had to look for an extra source of income. But because of pride, I didn't want to go back to my former employer. So I looked for another job where I started earning some little money. As you know, of course you save little, but then you're hoping that even if it is $70,000, $20, it can give me back $5 million at some point. So I kept on trading, but then at some point I realized that knowledge was the problem. Okay, so I kept on learning on YouTube, but then something was not clicking because you're just seeing someone on the screen explaining something very small. You apply it, you make and lose, and then you see something else. Then at the end of the day, I remember Daniel had prepared a session at Golden Tulip. I believe that was their first, actually. Their first session at Golden Tulip. So I had to go there. As a first person, I had to ensure that I get close to someone who knows what I want. I don't want to be a consumer. I want to be close to the person who knows what I want. So I went there. I sat at the front. I kept on asking questions because I had an idea, and eventually I asked for an opportunity to present what I know. So I was given that opportunity, and then after showcasing everything that I knew, then Daniel had to correct me. Going back, I was like, okay, let me look into what I've been doing and what I've been corrected, and then start making money. But now I was not on so much pressure because I was getting the knowledge, and then at the same time I was still having somewhere money is coming from. For campus, I was still learning, but then I still used the same formula. You guys do for me the coursework. I'm no longer coming to campus. I will come and do the exams. Only you get it. So I kept on running here and there, looking for knowledge, because the day I met Daniel was just one day. Correcting me, I didn't get a chance to meet him again, you know. And then I kept on trying here and there some information, but then at the end of the day, as I went through different courses, I tried to do what we call back testing. By that time, we had Forex Tester 4. So I used Forex Tester 4 to keep on back testing here and there as we kept on getting more sessions, from Daniel. And then with that, I kept on connecting the dots. So I reached still a moment when I had to go back to the same issue. Capital is the problem, because I felt like I've had all of it. I now have the knowledge. So I was like, capital is the problem. So I kept on trading here and there, but then switching on to that, I got to know about the funded accounts. I also used the same route as him. So getting to know about funded accounts, I applied for FTMO back then in 2022. So, but it didn't work out, of course. I didn't know risk management. I just learned candles here and there, base, quote, up trade, down trade, without learning anything about psychology, without learning anything about risk management. But I had to go for the funded accounts because it was too good to be true. How am I getting 10,000 when I'm just putting in $100? So I tried, but then it eventually worked out on my fourth try. I lost the first one. So you're
losing 3 accounts.
I lost the first one, the second one, the third one. But what kept me going is that at first I was seeing people who are not in my country, but then seeing people who are in my country doing it, people who can speak the language I understand, as like I can be also that person. You get it? But the whole thing that kept me going is that I also shared with someone that whenever I kept on feeling like I want to quit, this person was like, we can do it. Don't you see, Daniel? Daniel has made it. We can also keep going, and then until we eventually get the results. So we kept on trading here and there. After getting my first funded account of 10,000, it was 10,000 because I couldn't buy the high amounts. So I got the 10,000 on my fourth try. And then I kept on making some little money until eventually I became realistic with myself. Like, you're given an account of 10,000. You're not supposed to be risking $500 on it. In fact, just reduce and make 200,000, 500,000, 600,000. You will be able to grow. So the over trading reduced. I was like, okay, I need more time, but I need more time to feed myself with knowledge, not myself keeping on pressing the buy and sell button execution. So as time evolved, I kept on trading, and then eventually I had to also apply for a my funded FX. Even though I had passed one, still I failed the first my funded FX. My forex funds back then in 2023. I failed the first one. Then I was like, okay, let me go for the second one. Because I'm a person who doesn't really give up, and I see, because I really use social media, I see people are making the money, and they're making the money realistically because I know where they press the buy, because I am the person who used to look at their trades. Where did they enter from? Why? I took that personal time to ask myself those questions. You get it? So eventually I get the questions by asking myself, by putting in the work, of course. So eventually my forex funds gave me some capital, because eventually I lost the FTMO challenge because of that news issue that they had back then, and my forex funds brought improved rules. So I kept on trading and then developed some capital, and that capital I transferred it to a personal account and then to my personal life. So when I realized that now this can sustain me, it can pay my rent, because I was not overspending, of course. It can pay my little rent and then sustain me. I had to leave the job, now focus on this. Okay, I was like, if it can pay for my rent and all my expenses, then it can sustain me, and then move on to upper scales. Because the pressure that I developed at first, seeing people like Daniel making 50 million, 30 million in one trade, it kept on reducing, and I was like, no, these people have put in more time than I am. So I kept on making some little money to cater for my expenses as I keep growing. But then with more knowledge, then I kept on evolving, and then eventually the profitability came in with the knowledge, and then with the proper risk management, and then psychology. I learned it through listening to fellow traders. You get it? Like that, everything then eventually worked. But then I realized, however much I know it, I tried so much to get close to people who are doing the same business like I'm doing. Because I got a backlash in the middle there from family. They didn't know what exactly I was doing, but then they were like, what is this guy doing? What is happening to him? He's not having a job. What is he doing? So they were very concerned. And then I realized the whole conversation around forex, that it is something like a scam. I didn't want to involve myself in such conversations with my family. So I was like, no, let me get new brothers who can understand my language, and I can understand their language. So luckily, by putting in the work, I had to get close to people who are actually trading. And then the more we discuss here and there, is the more knowledge you get, and then the more you
confidence
advance.
And everything.
Get it. So people of this generation are very lucky that Forex Buzz Academy is here. Why? You find that someone just walks in. We even have a physical office where you can even come and ask Forex. Because I've been to Forex Buzz Academy when I have some challenge, and then I just ask a question and I'm answered. But back then, I was going in through on my own, waiting for Daniel to host another session.
Exactly.
You get it? You will find that you have so many answered questions, and you come into the session like 100 people. You can't exhaust all of them. But the people now, currently, they can access Forex Buzz anywhere. That means it is a very good initiative that even their learning curve can be shortened. Because as it took me a very long time, because I had to gather information on my own, and even pray that people who know these things can open up a session one day, and then I go in for it. You get it? So that is how it eventually worked, and now I'm funded. But of course, you don't have to always keep your money on funded accounts. What I do, I diversify my portfolio. I get money from funded accounts, and then I add on to my live account, and then I trade them concurrently so that I be able to make some money from forex.
I've actually seen you crush a lot of funded accounts. It's so amazing.
Yes, a lot of certificates.
It's really crushed it.
Because I realize that's where the money is going to come from.
Yeah, I love that.
True.
Yeah.
Now I have random questions, okay, and these are questions that beginner traders ask almost every time. So what I'm going to do, I'll ask each of us a random question. I'll start with Osman. So can YouTube, like only YouTube, make you profitable?
Nah, it can.
Why?
YouTube has information, not knowledge.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I honestly love that.
Yeah.
So he says YouTube has information but not knowledge.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I think that's very, very
It
valid.
opens your mind about something, but then you need to do your research about it.
Yeah. Benon.
Yes.
Can $100 make you profitable? That's a beginner trader asking.
Can $100 make you profitable?
Yes.
Yes, if you know what you're doing, you can build from $100. But if you don't know, you can lose it in.
Cooked, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Could get $100 and buy a funded account.
Exactly.
Like $59 or something.
Exactly. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Brian. I want to quit trading. Yeah.
What do you tell them?
Yeah, like, because I've like seen. Now, let me actually share maybe a story even before we get into that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a scenario that I've realized almost everywhere, bro. Like, whichever thing you start on, there's nothing as like straight wins.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
you have to go through that spiral, you know. Now, I've seen a lot of traders say, oh, I want to quit trading. And my question is, why did you get into trading? And what's failing? Because you can only quit if you fail to solve the problem, right? If you say you have a problem of say blowing accounts, that's your problem. It means you're blowing accounts. So maybe because you over risk or you take bad trades, but then there's a solution for that. So quitting and winning, bro, that's totally different. Like, quitting is for losers. That's my answer, honestly. That's what I've been saying.
Why would you quit? When you quit, you never know what you will be.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I guess let me just get a different question to Brian. What's your best advice to beginner traders?
So my best advice is that the first thing that you should concentrate on to seek knowledge, because any business that can work in the normal world, besides forex, you have to be with a proper understanding of how it works, the details of how it is supposed to operate. Same to forex trading. You're opening up your shop as a forex trader, and you're supposed to understand how is your shop going to operate. So the first thing is supposed to be to seek knowledge. Why? When you don't seek knowledge, you're going to have a lot of unanswered questions, and you're going to doubt yourself at some point. But then when you seek knowledge, now that we are lucky we can get the knowledge as beginner traders, then it can help someone to be able to now start the business of forex trading from an informed perspective.
Exactly.
You get it? So if you're doing it with reasons as to why you're starting and then whole knowledge behind it, that means that is going to keep you going, because you're now the vision bearer. When I get knowledge from someone who knows what they're doing, I'm also going to start to become the vision bearer. You get it? But then if I just start at random because I've seen someone do it, then I'm not the vision bearer. It is okay to copy, of course, when you learn about forex, but then seek knowledge from someone who knows how it is done, so that you become your own vision bearer. Then you're going to keep going, and of course with a realistic experience. Like, if you have a realistic mindset, you know that it is not going to be a straight line, but then eventually I'm going to keep on pushing, because there are some people who have the results. Why can't I have the results?
Exactly.
If they have managed to make it, I can also make it.
Correct. All right. I love that. I think that's 100% correct. So Osman, why Forex Bulls Academy? Why should people choose Forex Bulls Academy? If in any case there are other academies, I don't know, but why should someone choose Forex Bulls Academy over
I think
it?
it's actually something I normally tell. It's something I emphasized we had a free seminar last time. It's something I emphasized. Like, I normally tell people, it's very easy to have access to information. You do have YouTube, sometimes even books. You can even actually free PDFs that you guys had at the start. That is all information about something. But then you should always know that you're supposed to learn from a trusted source. You get, because me reading about making money does not mean I'm going to make money.
True.
Me reading about about being consistent on something does not mean I'm going to be consistent. So the reason why I would recommend someone to choose forex bulls, because look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are 4 people teaching you what to do.
Exactly.
There is no way 4 heads are going to tell you something that does not work.
100%.
You get?
Yeah.
And then you have 4 people. We do, by the way, we do have other strategies. Like demand and supply, support and resistance, SMC, ICT. You have access to all the products you need to win successful in forex trading. So me, I believe there is knowledge at Forex Bulls, not information.
100%. Benon, why Forex Bulls Academy?
Just like what he said, I'll tell you that back in the days, let me first rewind a little bit. You know, when we're looking for mentors, you'd only get access to 1. You understand? But Forex Bulls Academy comes with 4. You understand? So yes, there's a fee, but that fee is little compared to what you're going to get from all of us here. You understand? Big experience here. No one has traded here 3 years less, you know? So big experience, big knowledge and information. So just know we have made things easy. You cannot come and you're like, I'm struggling with support and resistance. There's someone. Supply and demand, there's a, you know? So Forex Bulls Academy, really, we have made things easy.
Benon just mentioned something, I just clicked my mind. Talked about a fee, say paying for mentorship. Now, let me tell you a story. I saw when I was starting, I got to a point where I just needed to pay a mentor, bro. You can imagine. Let me tell you, like, so I was trying to figure out a way, how do I convince my mom? Actually, by then I'm at university, but like, I don't have money that I'll invest into trading, but then also a mentor. So I'm like, because this guy, I can't remember, the guy was like from the US or something, and he's charging like $199 or something, I can't remember. Now, in my mind, I'm like, how on earth am I going to convince my parents to give me this money to pay for an online thing? Now, keep in mind that at a university, we're actually paying like $1,000, $3 million per semester, and they can afford that. But this, I knew they weren't going to give this to me, but I said, look, I'll figure out my own way. And that's the thing that I've gotten to learn. I swear, in life, bro, you need a mentor. You need a mentor. Okay, someone who knows better, and it happens at every stage of life. So I try to, like, I don't understand why maybe people just don't want to win or something. Like, someone wants results. Okay, let me give an example. If someone comes into trading, they want to make a lot of money, but like thousands or tens of thousands, right? Now, what does it cost if, say, you invested $100, $200 into learning, you're learning that is going to give you the knowledge that is going to get you the results, right? Anyway, I've tried to like figure this out, and I noticed at some point it was just a general African problem. Because like I've interacted with a lot of guys, bro, like a lot, but this doesn't happen like in Western countries and stuff. But on the other side, I think right now things have really changed. I think people are now realizing, people are now getting to understand that, okay, look, you need to invest into yourself, bro. It's like going to university. This is a trading university in actual sense. It's it's like how you go to Makerere, now you're coming to Forex Bulls Academy or whatever, right? So yeah, I mean, and with the experience that we've had at Forex Bulls, 100% worth it. Brian, last one, why Forex Bulls Academy?
So in the context of Forex Bulls Academy, first of all, the emphasis mostly is that you're going to get knowledge, okay? The knowledge that is filtered, you get it, that is going to be given to you step by step. But one of the other things that really also makes me happy as a person, that I wish I was in this generation of learning, when you look at an example of someone who has been learning with Forex Bulls, and of course some people can fail to cope up in the 1 month, okay? But they keep on practicing. You always have an office where you can go and ask your questions, they get answered, you get clarity, so that by the time you go back home, even if you had 1,000 questions, they are answered. That means time is not wasted, and then you've managed to get the answers. And then of course we have a community at Forex Bulls Academy, whereby when you come through to the physical class, you're going to get to interact with like-minded traders like you. Okay, that is offered at Forex Bulls Academy. So you realize that even if you feel like you want to quit, you have someone who is going to keep you trying. You're going to see other traders making the money. If I was in the Feb intake, and then I realized that I want to quit, but then I realized people in December intake are now making money. That is going to give me a leaf and a picture that these people learned in December, but now they are making money in February. Simply means that I've just learned it is my first day of doing it myself without the mentors at Forex Boss. I just have to put in the work. I got Forex Boss Academy. I get the clarity. At least also me in the next 1 month or 2 months, I'll be able to make the money. So that is what some of the things that Forex Boss Academy what makes Forex Boss Academy special. Like you're going to get the knowledge, and then you're going to get the follow-up. That follow-up is going to make you ecosystem.
And you're also part of a community, like-minded. I love that, because I've gotten to realize, bro, if you're surrounded by 4 fools, you're the 5th. If you're surrounded by 4, I swear, like, that's it, bro. Because even to me when I was starting, bro, no one, actually by then when we started, I know there were maybe traders, but they weren't public. Bro, at some point I said, rather than being in a community of guys that don't even trade, that have no idea about this, I'll just go solo. I deleted my WhatsApp, because by then, like, my contact list was just my high school friends, bro. And those, so I deleted my WhatsApp. I went, like, okay, I just became a solo guy and then started everything from scratch all by myself. So I think it's way better. Now, if you have an opportunity of being part of a community, bro, 100% worth it. And yeah, so if you're a beginner trader or an intermediate, it doesn't matter, bro, whether even advanced but trying to find consistency, well, then Forex Boss Academy is the right place to be. And physically, bro, that changes everything. You're learning from proven mentors: Osman, Benon, Brian, Daniel. Bro, this doesn't happen anywhere in this city. And by the way, East Africa, bro. Do you guys realize? I've been to Kenya. Forex Boss Academy is #1, bro. It's just crazy, man. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And yeah, theme is always let's talk and more action. Last word, Osman? What do you have to say?
Let's talk more action.
100%, Benon.
There's no shortcut in Forex.
100%, Brian.
Let's just keep putting in the work.
Alright, let's get it, boys. And maybe see you in the next one. If you love this, we shall definitely make another. Let's go.